Hey guys, so I'm sure by now a lot of you have already seen or at least heard about this new trend, this toy called a fidget spinner. Yes, once again, the internet has blessed us with another wonderful trend that everyone can't stop talking about. So much so that I can't even ignore this one because it's so heavily requested by you guys in my comments. Dear Ryan, can you make a video about fidget spinners? Dear Ryan, can you do fidget spinner trick shots? Dear Ryan, fidget spinner trick shots. Dear Ryan, fidget spinners. Dear Ryan, your hair still look gay. Wait, what? Fidget spinners are one of the biggest trends in the world right now. So of course I had to go pick one up to see what all the fuss was about. And here it is. Yeah, this thing right here. That's all it does. It spins, okay? It has like three, wow, it's still going, huh? That's kind of fast. Okay, yeah, like most people my age, if you're in your 20s, you probably took one look at this trend and said, this is so stupid. Why would anybody waste their money on this? All it does is spin. And to be completely honest, this video was originally gonna be me making fun and bashing these things and people that play with them, you know, kind of like what everybody else is doing right now. But after seeing all the hate for this little harmless, somewhat useless toy, I just had like this epiphany. Like this. I don't know what I'm doing. We are a society that just hates the generation below us. We hate everything that they do, all the trends they start, because we think that our generation is the best and the smartest, and upcoming generations are only getting worse and worse. And I'm not just singling out our generation. This is an ongoing pattern that has been happening forever. I mean, think about it. When we were growing up, the generation above us complained about us in the same way when we were kids. Damn you kids and your filthy rap music, Game Boys and Pokemans. Back in my day, we used to play stickball outside and listen to the classics like Queen and Journey and... If you're around my age, I'm pretty positive that somebody older than you has said the exact same thing to you before. And yes, it was annoying because they just didn't understand because they're old. They were just being haters. Well, take a look in the mirror. That's us now. We're the old haters. Our generation is literally doing the same thing now. Damn you kids and your hoverboards and vapes and lil yachties. Back in my day, we used to ride bicycles and had Beyblades. And we listened to real music like Eminem, Britney Spears, and the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I don't know why our generation sounds so old. We're still in our 20s, but you get the point. You see, it's an ongoing cycle of hate and it all stems from our arrogance. We think that growing up, we had the best childhood because of how proud we are of ourselves. We believe that the younger generation has to have a childhood like ours if they want to be as successful and knowledgeable and hardworking as we are. That's why when older generations see kids doing trends like this, you always see them say things like, oh, our future is doomed, or I'm losing faith in humanity, or something else negative. And no, I'm not making a video just to defend these things. I agree that these toys are, you know, kind of useless and not really worth the money, but that's exactly the point. They're toys. Just because we're older now and way too mature to play with these things doesn't mean we gotta hate it. I mean, you think this is stupid? Think about the toys we grew up with. We had Pogs, okay? We collected and played with little circular pieces of cardboard with pictures on them that we would slam on the ground to try and flip over other little circular pieces of cardboard with pictures on them. And that was fun. Or what about trading cards? Our generation loved trading cards. Some of us still do. From Pokemon cards to Yu-Gi-Oh! To Magic the Gathering, like trading cards were huge when we were growing up and they were expensive. That's right, we paid a bunch of money for a bunch of pieces of paper with pictures on them. It wasn't even cardboard. And yes, I understand, these were games, you could play them, and these, you can't play games with these, they just spin, right? Well, then maybe you can explain chatter rings. Remember those? That's right, kids, we had chatter rings. For a short amount of time, chatter rings were just as popular as these in the world when we were growing up. And literally all it was a bunch of little rings that you would spin onto a bigger ring and keep spinning the bigger ring so that the little rings keep spinning and make a bunch of noise with them. Yeah, that didn't sound stupid back then, huh? I do remember some adults saying that was stupid back then and I laughed at them. They laughed at me, that's how it went. I didn't laugh at them. Still not enough? We also play with yo-yos, which is a wheel that's attached to a string that you wind up and then unravel really fast so that the wheel spins. It's a little younger than my generation, but we also had Beyblades. They were little toy tops that you would spin to hit other tops. It was like taking two of these, spinning them, and then hitting each other with them. Oh, it broke. Look at that. Came off. Whoops. We had gack. It was literally just goo that you could touch. I don't know. We had Slinkies, a spring-like toy that you would place at the top of the stairs and then watch it go down those stairs. This is starting to sound even worse. Kind of depressed. We even had whatever the hell this thing is. I don't think anyone even knew what these things were even supposed to be. But a lot of us had them. It was like this soft, slippery, sausage-looking thing, but it had like an inside so you could like put your finger in it or just hold it and like kind of move it around and Wait a second. You see what I mean? I'm not saying that these things aren't stupid, okay, because they are. But why are we hating on the younger generation when we were just as stupid as they were? Maybe even stupider. Okay, we had this thing. It doesn't make sense. We're hypocrites. So I'm sorry if you thought this video was gonna be what most people are doing, which is hating on fidget spinners. In fact, I am gonna do the opposite and show you how awesome and useful these things are, okay? I can name like hundreds of uses off the top of my head. Like you can spin them forwards, you can spin them backwards, kinda. You can use it like a ninja star in case there's a burglar in your house. It could be the propeller of a mini helicopter. Maybe even a blender if you're blending like really soft, easy to blend things. You can use it to draw the perfect circle, the perfect flower, brush your teeth faster, get some spinners on your rims, you know, look like a baller, or like a ceiling fan for really tiny people, a lazy Susan for really lazy people, test your eyesight.
1 or 2.
Pretty much the same. You could use it as a magnet, you could use it as a strobe light, you could even use it to explain to your mom what your gauged ears are gonna look like. See? There are hundreds and hundreds of different use. Okay, yeah, there's not a lot you can do with them. But come on, it costs like $10. What can you even do with $10? And what would you rather have, a $10 bill or one of these? See that? You can't spin a $10 bill. Oh, yup. Get out of here, boy.
Yeah, we also had a game like this growing up, kids. It was kind of frowned upon.
Overall, all I'm trying to say is all this hate that we show to other generations, especially the younger generations, are so unnecessary and kind of hypocritical. We're so quick to judge others, especially younger people, because we think we know better and we expect them to grow up the way we grew up. But the thing is, humanity is constantly evolving, and just because things are different, whether it's music or toys or trends, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. We didn't grow up the way our parents grew up. Our parents didn't grow up the way their parents grew up, and kids today aren't gonna grow up the way that we did. Let's just keep doing us and let them do them. Some of us will also keep doing them. That doesn't sound right. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and for all you younger generational kids watching, when you're our age and you guys want to start hating on the younger generation below you for starting some stupid trend, just remember, this right here, at one point, this was the most popular and most talked about thing in the world because of you guys playing with them and enjoying this for fun, okay? It's your fault. Kind of mine too, I guess. It's kind of fun. Damn you kids and your no-smoking laws and flying skateboards and beat-bop, rope-bop music. Back in my day, we had hoverboards that didn't hover, vapes that gave everybody a new form of cancer, and more than anything, we had real music like... Well, we had like, okay, well, you guys got us on the music.